Big goals often paralyze us. Tiny steps create movement. So today we're talking about my personal experience, the search of projects we started in Paraguay. It was a brilliant idea we had in Spain, and when we made our trip to Paraguay, it was really still brilliant until we started talking to people about the projects and try to find good projects. Oh, that was at the first moment I started talking to the first person about the project. So there was a serious contact. We were offered a connection, a phone number, and we didn't realize what it was. And then I called immediately and I started talking to this, in this case, a lady. And she was working with NGOs in the country of Paraguay with native Indians, and it sounded all great. But then she started questioning, okay, what kind of project are you looking for? And I fell in my trap. I stumbled in the trap and I didn't realize I was doing that. I didn't realize it. I was just, yeah, it was like falling into a big hole without even seeing the hole. I started explaining that we are spiritual. First big mistake. Because everybody has different opinions about what spirituality is. Some people like it, some people don't like it. So not the best way to approach a new project or somebody who can help with a new project. And then I started correcting myself by saying, okay, we like to do coaching projects, like on-the-spot coaching. So translated is coaching projects. Second big gap I stepped into. So I didn't realize at that moment how unprepared I was for questions like this. I stumbled over my own words. I started stuttering. I started trying to repair my conversation, and I didn't create time. I was still bringing this whole message. I didn't create time to make it smaller and to have more overview and more peace for my mind at that moment. So I was like I stepped in the hole and I start rolling deep into this hole. So that was after the conversation. I couldn't correct anything in this conversation. It was a phone conversation. It was quite small. It was pleasant, and in the end, this woman was offering some next connections, but also she was really busy. So in the end, it was all okay, and it made me realize that I had to talk with Patricia, and together with Patricia, see, okay, what happened? How can we repair or correct or change what we are thinking, and so that started us looking into on the internet what projects are offered. we didn't do our research. We were just coming from Europe and hey, we're gonna help you. First thing we noticed was that there are so many different projects with so many different points of view, with so many different approaches, for young people, for older people, for couples, paid, even the word volunteer has so many definitions, and people understand so many different things about it. So it made us realize that it's very needed for us to really start writing down what do we want. And when we started writing down what do we want, the first list we made was things we don't want. So that was also interesting. So from the a list of making all the things we really don't want, we started creating a list of things we really would like. And so this process is creating like step by step different points of view, different words, different definitions for what we think a project would serve us right and serve the project right. I believe that I'm a really good mirror for many people, because it's like you're enthusiastic and you step into it and you think, your mind tells you, hey, it's okay, just go for it. And then you make the mistakes. I know how overwhelming these patterns can feel when you are inside of them. If you feel that you need some support or help, I can help you. This is exactly the kind of process I help people to move through. Be gentle with yourself. It's okay. And realizing that this was a little bit too big or too quick or too not well thought of, we realized, okay, we have to go back to the drawing table. And I think that's something many people will realize. So make it smaller. It's a little bit depending on where somebody is, but if you are in the beginning, something is really big, make it smaller by differentiating all the parts of it, so separating all the parts and have a different point of view on that. If you're like us, we were able to go back to the drawing table and to redefine whatever we were thinking. And yeah, make things small, make them digestible, so that you can even still navigate with these little steps. So that it's not like the road is already clear, but it can have a curve or can have a U-turn even. So be clear, be flexible. And the little steps help you to be flexible. So my advice is create little steps, be open for all possibilities, and then you have the flexibility to find the right thing.